Pottermore is a website focusing on the unknown parts of the Harry Potter series and retelling the story in an interactive way. The author, J.K. Rowling, partnered with Sony to develop the site. The site features Rowling's thoughts, several pages of unpublished text, and a sales resource for ebook and audiobook versions of the 7 Harry Potter novels. On July 31, 2011, registration for the limited beta release began. The limited release allowed the first million fans registered to complete the Magical Quill challenge. The original registration was intended to be October 2011 but was delayed until April 14, 2012. All of the books are available. In April 2014, it was announced that Pottermore had concluded its relationship with Sony and entered its next developmental phase both creatively and commercially. On September 22, 2015, Pottermore was completely overhauled and nearly all features were removed. A new redesigned site was put up focusing mainly on the information available, rather than exploration. Development. Pottermore was incorporated in April 2008 and was in a developmental stage for 2 years. The Leaky Cauldron's webmaster, Melissa Anelli, has been involved with the project since October 2009. On June 15, 2011, various Harry Potter fan sites began releasing coordinates that led to letters on secretstreetview.com. This website, created by Rowling, used Google Maps to reveal hidden letters that spelled out the title of her secret announcement. The first webpage to announce the project appeared in June 2011. The webpage linked to a YouTube channel that featured a countdown. Pixelated owls gathered on multiple Harry Potter websites that linked to this countdown page. Rowling also revealed some details about the new site in a YouTube video on June 23, 2011. Features. Exploring the books. Pottermore visitors participate in interactive reading. They create an account and are given a unique username. They begin with Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and go through the chapters, following Harry and his friends through several Hogwarts journeys. They collect potion ingredients, books, chocolate frog cards, galleons, candy, and more along the way. These various finds earn users house points after they are sorted by the sorting hat. The sorting hat places them in one of the 4 different houses at Hogwarts. The user is given a special quiz to determine in which house they belong. The 4 different houses are Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, Slytherin, and Ravenclaw. Users can visit Diagon Alley, where they purchase different wizarding supplies for school. They can learn spells, duel with other users, and brew several different potions. Students from different houses compete with each other for the House Cup by earning house points through dueling, potion making and collecting objects for the first time. Brewing potions. Pottermore users can make their own potions using 3 different cauldrons that are made of either pewter, brass, or copper. Each cauldron can make potions at different speeds. Pewter is the slowest cauldron and copper is the fastest cauldron. Pewter cauldrons cost 15 galleons, brass cauldrons cost 21 galleons, and copper cauldrons cost 25 galleons. Users can make 9 different potions with ingredients that can be bought in Diagon Alley or found while exploring the chapters. If completed successfully, each potion earns them house points. However, a potion can fail if the wrong amount of an ingredient is added. It can also ruin the cauldrons. This can happen if a user leaves it to brew for too long, does not keep the temperature within the correct range, stirs the potion the wrong way, or crashes ingredients too finely. When this happens, the player may have 5 house points deducted. From magical drafts and potions, antidote to common poisons, cure for boils, forgetfulness potion, herbicide, sleeping draught, swelling solution, weedy or awakening potion, from most potent potions, polyjuice potion, from Book of Potions, doxycide, shrinking solution, beautification potion. Spells. Users can practice spells and later use them against other members of Pottermore in the Wizards' duels. There are 4 spell books and they are the Standard Book of Spells, the Dark Forces, A Guide to Self-Protection, Curses and Counter-Curses, and the Standard Book of Spells. Each spell has a different effect on the victim. The spells that are currently available to members of the site include, from curses and counter-curses, Full Body Bind, Jelly Legs Curse, Leg Locker Curse, Pimple Jinx, Stickfist Hex, Tickling Hex, Tongue-Tying Spell, From the Dark Forces, A Guide to Self-Protection, Curse of Bogies, Green Sparks, Knockback Jinx, Red Sparks, Smoke Screen Spell, Wand Extinguishing Charm, Wand Lighting Charm, From the Standard Book of Spells, Grade 1, Fire Making Spell, Levitation Charm, Locking Spell, Mending Charm, Severing Charm, Softening Charm, and Locking Spell, From the Standard Book of Spells, Grade 2, Dancing Feet Spell, Disarming Charm, Engorgement Charm, Freezing Charm, General Counter Spell, Tickling Charm. Wizard's Duel, with the new update, dueling features have been removed. House points and House Cup equals, members of Pottermore win and lose house points as they duel, brew potions, and explore the books. These points are then added and subtracted from that member's house point total. The members of each house work together to gain more points than any of the other houses. Every so often, a house cup is awarded to the house with the most points, after which the points are reset. The first House Cup was awarded on July 5, 2012 to Slytherin, who also received early access to the first 4 chapters of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. The second House Cup was awarded to Gryffindor on November 21, 2012, whose members received screensavers and desktop backgrounds for electronic devices. The third House Cup was awarded once again to Slytherin on April 25, 2013. As a reward, Slytherins gained early access to a Montrose Magpies badge. The fourth House Cup was awarded to Hufflepuff on September 12, 2013. As a reward, all members of the Hufflepuff house gained early access to Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. The fifth was awarded to Ravenclaw on March 30, 2014. This was much celebrated as this was the first House Cup that was won by Ravenclaw House. The reward was announced on April 4, 2014 as being that members of Ravenclaw will enjoy early access to the final installment of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, as well as commemorative desktop wallpapers. On September 26, 2014, Ravenclaw retained their House Cup with Gryffindor being a close second. The House Cup was next awarded on May 22, 2015, and was won by Slytherin. The final House Cup was awarded on September 9, 2015 and won by Hufflepuff House. Comments on April 13, 2015, Pottermore announced a deactivation of their comment boards in various sections of the site. This was greeted by a storm of protest. Earlier that day, the site had frozen up. Comments were finally removed the next day. Artwork a UK art studio, a Tom Hawk design, created drawings of key scenes from the books in 2- and 3-dimensional styles. History early registration, the Magical Quill Challenge when the website was launched on July 31, 2011, an overwhelming number of people tried to access it. Those who could get into Pottermore were informed of the Magical Quill Challenge. Users that completed the challenge could compete for the early registration for the site. The challenge spanned across 7 days, with each day corresponding to a certain book in the series. Each day had a clue, which had to be solved by the user in order to enable his or her right to register before October. The website picked a user's name randomly. Only a certain number of people each day were allowed to use the Magic Quill clue for registration, but this quickly added up to a total of 1 million users at the end of the challenge. While many accounts were created by fans during the early registration phase, many other users created multiple accounts and sold them for high prices on eBay. This was done despite the warning given by the Pottermore blog and the fact that users were assured that the website would remain a free site. Some of these accounts were created by cybercriminals hoping to target Harry Potter fans. These criminals posted promises of early previews and access to the site, which led people to unintentionally buy malicious software and allowed hackers to gain access to their accounts. Clues on the first 3 days were more difficult than the clues on days 4 through 7. For North Americans, The final clue was released on August 5, 2011 instead of August 6, 2011. The following table is an overview of the Magical Quill Challenge. Philosopher's Stone, beta release equals. On August 10, 2011, Pottermore sent a congratulatory email to registered users that confirmed early entry. This signified that the beta period began once the sign-in button reappeared on the website. On August 15, 2011, the sign-in button reappeared, welcome emails were sent out, and the beta period began. A very small number of users were invited to begin their use of Pottermore on the first day. More users were invited until September 27, that marked when the final invitation emails were sent. Early users also said that even though the site did not bring back the same feelings of excitement from when the books were released, it did add an extra layer to the reading experience. Public launch Pottermore was originally scheduled to become publicly available at the end of October 2011, but the beta period was extended. The Pottermore shop became available on March 27, 2012. On March 8, 2012, it was reported that Pottermore would open to the public in early April 2012. The website officially opened on April 14, 2012, but the interactive experience was only available for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Chamber of Secrets On July 15, 2012, the first 4 chapters of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets were released to only Slytherin House, as their reward for winning the first House Cup. It was released to the other houses on July 16. On September 18, chapters 5 through 11 were released. Accompanying these releases were many new features. These features included badges, the ability for users to see their own all-time house points as well as the number earned since the last House Cup, second-year schoolbooks, more galleons to spend in Diagon Alley, and a status field for user profiles. The final installment of chapters, including chapters 12 through 18, were launched on October 31, 2012. Prisoner of Azkaban The first 7 chapters of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban were released on December 20, 2012. Chapters 8 through 15 were later released on April 10, 2013. Chapters 16 through 22 were released July 31, 2013, along with a new layout of Pottermore that includes a new gateway, a separate way of going through Harry's story and the users, and 3 more moments added to Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Goblet of Fire The first 11 chapters of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire were released on the site in October 2013. In these chapters, users can do things from the book, such as see the Dark Mark, watch the Quidditch World Cup, and find a Chudley Cannon's badge in Ron Weasley's room. Chapters 12 through 20 were released on January 16, 2014. The final chapters, Chapter 21 through 37, were released to Ravenclaw members on July 30, 2014, and then to the public on July 31, 2014. Chapters 2, 22, 29, and 33 of Goblet of Fire have no interactive moments to explore, however, their descriptions are still available to read when each chapter is clicked. Between April to July 2014, while chapters 21 through 37 of Goblet of Fire were in development, the site periodically released articles from the franchise's fictional newspaper The Daily Prophet, pertaining to 2014 Quidditch World Cup. Written in universe by character Ginny Weasley, the articles detailed the various matches of the sporting event between 16 countries such as Bulgaria, the United States, Japan, and Brazil. A further article, written in universe by reporter Rita Skeeter, was released on July 8, and detailed various, never-before-seen tidbits on the lives of the story's protagonists. Order of the Phoenix On October 17, 2014, the Pottermore Insider introduced a trick-or-treat event that posted a new trick-or-treat daily. On even days, there would be a trick, and on odd days, a treat. Treats consisted of a piece of artwork or sneak peek to be released in the new update on Halloween. Tricks consisted of a puzzle or game that needed to be solved to provide hints of things included in the new update. On October 31, Pottermore released the Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix chapters to the online experience. In the 5th book, Users can read new content from J.K. Rowling, such as Professor Umbridge's backstory, The Mystery of Thestrals, and the history of the Ministry of Magic. Half-Blood Prince On December 5, 2014, Pottermore gave users early access to Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince if they answered the riddles correctly. There, the visitor can find more information about Inferi, Florian Fortescue's forgotten plot to help Harry, the Order of Merlin, Draco Malfoy's secrets, and more. Deathly Hallows On June 23, 2015, Pottermore gave users access to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the final book. References. External links, Pottermore on Twitter, watch J.K. Rowling's announcement of Pottermore from June 23, 2011. On YouTube.